Hey everyone, so I'm outside today to do a review on Uin's Longshot that I got from him. It actually came Christmas Eve and I was very excited to do a review. But my other ones weren't, they were kind of all over the place and they were very long, so I decided to do it again. Now, when I sent my Longshot to Uin, my wanting from him was to redo a breach that I had done, but make it better, and to make it a very pink, very out there, flamboyant Longshot. So I told him I'd do a brutally honest review, and that's what I plan to do. So let's dive right into it, and I think we should start with the colors and the paint job, because that's on the outside, and that makes it easy. So this is the Longshot I got. As you can see, it's kind of a reddish purple and bluish purple with white accents and a black handle up here. Not really the original thing I wanted, but that's what I got, and you know what? I kind of like it. It gives it a more serious feel than a really flamboyant pink would have, but it keeps the neon colors on it, which I really like, and kind of gives it a sci-fi yet cartoony feel, and I really like that. I think it looks pretty good. The only downside I will say about this paint job is it's a little sloppy. Now, by a little sloppy, I mean you can see the brush strokes that I did on this blaster, and there's a little bit of brush error going on. A couple of these bolts on here, you can see that, especially on this side. Let's see, right here, just a little sloppy. The brush strokes I don't really mind. They're all up here. You can see that blue on the underside of the red. I don't really mind it. I would prefer spray painting, but he did his with brush. I think spray paint gives a lot more even coverage and is a little bit better than paint with a brush, because brushes can leave to brush strokes, and this is what this has on it. But I do not mind it. I will say the texture of this is really nice. I love the feel of the handle. It has this kind of rough texture to it, as well as the rest of the body, so that kind of makes up for the sloppiness of it. I would give this thing about a B- on the paint job. It could be cleaner, there could be less hot glue showing on it, but you know what, my stuff is pretty sloppy when it comes to putting things together. I use a lot of epoxy putty. I don't really care about things being, you know, perfectly clean, so I can't really be a hypocrite and say I hate it, because you know what, I do the same thing. So I don't really mind it. I think it looks good from far away. Up close you can see the errors, but from far away it looks really good, and it feels really nice. Now what he did was he took one of the blue Longshot, this is obviously the blue Longshot, and I had it cut down from here all the way to about here, and then cut down here ready for integration because it was a carbine Longshot. And what he did was he took the front gun, this is all front gun right here and up here, and he put it on there. He put these bars in there, I guess, to kind of hide the integration area, but I really like the bars of it. It gets kind of a little thicker feel to it, and it just looks really nice. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like it. And he also kept this top piece on the front gun to cover up the area which I had carved off here. You can see a little bit of my unclean carving on this side, like right there. I think it looks really cool with this on there. He was gonna put a barrel. I'm glad he didn't. Would cut down on range. So overall, I like the look of it. The feel is very comfortable. I love how Longshots feel, and I just like the design overall. The color scheme is really nice. It's better than what I wanted. It gives it more of a variety of colors, and it just makes it look really cool. I really dig this paint job. So thank you for doing that. Now I think we should go into the internals. Now originally what I wanted was a side-loading breech. As you can see, I already cut down the sides here, that would accept any type of dart and shoot it one far and pretty accurate. The old breech I had was literally a stock Longshot breech cut to accept taggers without bending the head on it, with a piece of 17/32 brass nub in it, and it worked really well. If you want to make a single Longshot like that, that's all you have to do. You cut the brass to about an inch and a half inch, and you just shove that into the tube, epoxy it in there, make sure it's straight, and you're done. That's really all you have to do. It's that easy. My breech broke. It was all my fault. It involved a drill, I will say that. So I spent like 2 nights trying to make different breech designs, and I just couldn't get one that shot far and accurate. So I sent this off to Uin. He said he'd do one and throw in the paint job for it for a pretty good price. So I actually really dig the price of it. So I got that, and the design he did is a lot different than what I was trying to do. His is more simplistic. What he did was he took CPVC, it's all CPVC breech in here, and he half cut it and then beveled it out so it's a little bit thinner than how it's than how CPVC usually is. Now this breech allows for every type of dart from streamline to tagger, and they all fit and they all fire from it. after you load it, I don't have a dart with me, it goes into where the dart toother usually is, and that's what kind of guides the dart out, so it gets a little bit of a, you know, an accuracy bump, but it's not too much since it doesn't have a barrel. Now, this breech is alright. I've shot it before, but I'll do a range test at the end of this. The only problem I have with this is it's not getting as far as my original breech. The problem with that could be coming from the spring combo I have in here, which is a K26 and a party popper spring. So it might actually be on my fault that it's not getting as far as it could. I might have to cut down the power just a little bit to keep the darts from swerving all over the place. I might try putting a little piece of brass in here to kind of straighten things up and get the accuracy going a little bit further, but I don't know yet. So I think we should go straight into a range test and see what this baby can put out. So we're in the basement right now, and the camera is right in front of a door frame where I like to shoot my darts from to test their range. To that fence from the door frame is roughly 50 feet. So I will chamber up a couple of darts and we'll see how far they shoot. We're going to start with the streamline, which I'm pushing past the ridge on the inside. So let's fire this off from the door frame. Shoulder level and level to the ground. Here we go. Over the fence with a little bit of a fishtailing on it. Let's put another streamline here. This time we'll put the head right in front of the ridge on the breech. Shoulder level. Into the bush and going all over the place. This is a Nerf whistler. Put this in. Close it up. Here we go. Through the fence. Let's do another whistler. This one's a little tighter than the last one, so we'll see how this one works. Hit before the fence. And we might as well put a Busby dart in this to see what happens. Ooh, this one's a tight fit into the breech. Here we go. Right before the fence. And let's do one more streamline because I think those work best in this. I'll push this one as far as I can. This one's pretty far in, so here we go. There you go. So this thing is hitting a little bit past the fence, so roughly around 55, 60, maybe 65. Those streamlines are obviously getting 70 feet plus because streamlines, I don't know they can get further into the breech, so they can get a little bit further than taggers or whatever. Not the furthest firing long shot that I've ever seen in my life, but I mean, it's pretty decent. I'm sure if I cut down on the spring power a little bit, it might help the darts not spiral everywhere, and that could help with the, you know, the ranges maybe a little bit. I'm not sure about that. I might mess around with the spring combo and I might mess around with the breech just a little bit. And overall, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's not bad. It's not the greatest I've seen, but I do like it. So thank you, Uin, for the long shot. Oh, and here's a front gun shot just for the hell of it. Yeah, it doesn't even hit the garage door. So this will definitely be getting a 3K or a 2K in it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.